is it legally possible to revoke green cards? Let's start there.
Well, I can tell you this, Becky, this is an unprecedented sweep that will destabilize millions and millions of lawful residents. This kind of blanket reexamination of green card holders has no modern precedent.
Right.
It injects so much fear and instability into communities, and it raises the question about whether they're being reexamined simply because of their birthplace. There's no evidence to suggest that these millions of lawful residents have done anything or in any way more dangerous or likely to be more dangerous than anyone else in this country, including U.S. citizens who were born here.
Right.
And it does raise serious constitutional questions about due process rights and protection under the Constitution.
I think there could be many people watching this who may know people who have green cards, may have applied themselves. So I guess, I'm going to just press you on the legal point here. Is it legal to revoke a green card?
Well, it's illegal to revoke it, Becky, if there are grounds to revoke it. It's not legal to blanketly say we're going to re-examine and potentially revoke the green cards of millions of Americans who have done nothing wrong. They've committed no crimes. They've violated none of the tenets of the Constitution. So what's potentially illegal here is the targeting of individuals simply because of their birthplace. It's to say that just because one Afghan national shot and killed someone, that makes everyone from that country or these 19 other countries that have been identified, that makes them dangerous or that makes them in some way unfit to have a green card. It's also important to note, Becky, that green card individuals that possess green cards in this country are the most vetted immigrants in the world. And again, there's just no data to support that millions of them have somehow become more dangerous or pose a threat simply because of this tragic shooting.
I'm wondering about the logistics of even reevaluating this. I mean, it's going to be massive. According to the Office of Homeland Security, in 2023, over 30,000 Afghans alone received permanent resident status. Other countries in the list include Venezuela, for example, which had over 18,000. So let's just talk for a moment about the enormity of this process. How do you begin at this point?
Well, that's really unclear at this point. And what we do know is that since Trump has been into office and since he's been executing his immigration policies, that law enforcement has been, what some would say, disproportionately preoccupied with immigration enforcement, and therefore leaving void other kinds of really important law enforcement efforts. So you're right, logistically, this is going to be a nightmare. And again, you are targeting people not because of individual suspicion, not because of individual acts that they have engaged in, but a blanket discriminatory policy that says just because of your birthplace, just because of the country of your origins, that you are now somehow suspicious of potentially posing a threat to this country or committing a crime. And again, the Constitution requires individualized suspicion, not this kind of blanket targeting.
Is it clear at this point, and I know the detail on this is rather scant at this point, but is it clear what happens to people from countries who are from these countries, the ones that we just put on the screen, who are currently in the process of getting their green cards?
Well, Donald Trump has made it clear that he is going to halt the examination or the processing, I should say, of those individuals who are in some stage of receiving their green card. Again, not clear that that's illegal, that there's any precedent for doing so. The Constitution requires that if there is going to be some revocation of a green card, that there is some individual act that has been committed by that individual, not this blanket, again, targeting of individuals because of their birthplace. This is how civil rights are eroded of individuals. This is how discriminatory practices are administered. And we've seen this time and time again with this administration. One individual does something, and now there's this blanket statement that all individuals from one country, or in this case, 19 different countries, are somehow dangerous.
It's always good to have you. Your analysis is hugely important. Thank you very much indeed.